All right, I think we are good to go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Haynesy here, and we are back for our only live stream for the week. Unfortunately, obviously for obvious reasons why, but we are here for our first live stream of the week and our only one. Here for another preseason challenge live stream watch along between the Sharks and the Raiders out at GI Stadium. Obviously, these two teams are pretty full strength, as this is their final hit out before round one, which starts in 2 weeks on Sunday. Obviously, next week they will be heading out to the US for their preparations for round one. And yeah, so both teams are going to be full strength. Canberra are also, ladies and gentlemen, as you see it here live, if you're watching it live on the TV, but also to add note, as they are about to hit the field, that they are running out again with their Bulldog strip that we all took fun to last week. All right, hope everyone is well. Obviously, you know me, as we get into the normal streams, I'm always running late. Obviously, 6:50 kickoff in Queensland. I finish work at 6 o'clock, so a bit of a struggle to get home. We'll quickly we get through to the quick team news. KO Weeks fullback for Canberra, Xavier Savage and Talame on the wing, Matt Tomoko and Sebastian Christian as centers. The halves, Ethan Strange and Jamal Fogarty. Front row, Josh Papali'i and Trey Mooney. Tom Starling is the hooker. Hudson Young and Matty Nicholson on the edge. And Morgan Smithies is lock forward. We'll just do the 1 to 13 first as kickoff gets underway. Starting off for the Sharks, fullback Will Kennedy, Samuel Stone Street, and Ronaldo Mulatalo Zoo on the wing. Centers of Jesse Ramian and Kayla Iro. Braden Trindle and Nico Hines is in the halves. Adam Fanua Blake in his first game for the Sharks, not official, but first in the colours. He in the front row alongside Organ Kafusi. Blake Brayley is the hooker. Nickera, Tag Wilton, and Cameron McInnes, the captain. He's in at 13. There we go. Underway. There is our team list for today's game. Early penalty for the Sharks. Let's get the scoreboard up for you guys. Obviously, you can see the ins there. Both teams are pretty full strength here today. Obviously, before they get into, round, as obviously round one is next week. No, not next week, the week after, sorry. But yeah, hope everyone's well. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Haynesy_YT. Right. Just doing a few things here, and here's a run. Like I said, I'm always running behind. I do apologize. We'll obviously have our our match poll very shortly. Just fiddling a few things. Third tackle for the Raiders. 10 meters up for the Sharks. 10 meters out from the line here. Here's a short side play. Take Wilton. He's going to be pulled down though. A few meters out from the line on tackle number 4. Looks like his Nico Hines early run. Oh, good tackle actually. Obviously the fans are on the other side, on the broadcast side, so you can tell from the live broadcast there is no one there. As ball goes all over the place, it looks like it'll be knocked on by the Sharks, but it is forced dead though in the end by the Raiders. But pretty sure it is a 20-meter restart probably a scrum feed for a knock on. Yep, play the ball, change over. Easy as that. All right, we've got Jason Reeder in here. Hello, Jason. How are you, my friend? Liam Porter is also in here. Oi, Haynesy, long time no seen the live stream. Yeah, it's been a while, but we are back. This is the only live stream we're doing this week because obviously, if you've seen my socials, Haynesy_YT, and you've already seen the videos, that this Sunday is the Sportshed TV charity match in Sydney, which I am lucky enough to be playing in yet again. Sunday, February 16th, 3 o'clock kickoff is the time. 2 o'clock in Queensland. New Zealand, I think it's 4 o'clock. Tickets are in the link in my bio down in the description. Go check it out if you guys can make it. $15 a ticket. All proceeds go towards both Mark Hughes Foundation and the Go Out Academies. All proceeds go to charity. So, spend good, always good to have a little bit contribute there. And then also, if you guys can't make it to the event this Sunday, there is a live stream available via Bar TV Sports. That is also in the description if you want to check that out. $10 for a stream, for the link for the stream. And again, basically $5. If you buy a stream, $5 goes towards the Mark Hughes Foundation. Another $5 goes towards the Go Out Academy. And, at the end of the day, as we get 6 more tackles for the Sharks, at the end of the day, all proceeds go towards charity. Actually, it changed his mind to the referee. It's changeover. But, yeah, it is going to a good cause. Mark Hughes Foundation, if you don't know what it is, the Mark Hughes Foundation, is obviously a charity from, set up by the great and former Knights player Mark Hughes. Mark Hughes. Apologies there. My mic just got plugged out. So, yeah, the Mark Hughes Foundation, Mark Hughes, former Knights premiership winner. He, unfortunately, a couple of years, about 10, 15 years ago now, has brain cancer. And the simple reality and the harsh reality is, unfortunately, is that there's no cure for it. So, the charity is set up for families with hope, to find a cure and find the right treatment, to save a life. So that $5 for the live stream, or $7.50 when they split it in half, $7.50 of that goes towards towards research of saving a life. And it's pretty cool to be part of that. And obviously, the Go Out Academy is set up by, founded by former NRL player Greg Inglis. Now, Greg Inglis's charity is about mental health and well-being. So it's also that goes towards the funding for the right trainers and all that kind of stuff to and the right education for people, and a bit of hope for people, to say it's okay not to be okay, because like the men's suicide rate is extremely high. So the fact that has that involved, $7.50 for a ticket or $5. So if you do both, for example, that's $12.50 going towards a charity that's potentially save a life. So it's pretty cool, and there's also a massive part as a knock on from the Sharks. So yeah, so if you want to jump on board, fantastic event coming up this Sunday. Over there at Wentworthville Magpies, Wenty League, Ringrose Park, out there at Wentworthville. Easy access to public transport, plenty of parking. Got a leagues club there if you want to enjoy it. For us older viewers who want to enjoy themselves after the, during the game or after the game with a few beers or something like that. Drink responsibly, obviously. But yeah, it's obviously pretty cool to be part of that. So it's a fantastic day. You got your favorite content creators going to be there. You got former NRL players. I see, we got, obviously because we've got the Raiders and the Sharks, we've got Raiders fans in here. There's going to be a former Raiders player playing in, Blake Austin. For our Roosters viewers, we've got Mitchell Pearce and Todd Carney playing, former Roosters players. So it's pretty cool to have them involved. Your favorite content creators. It's going to be a fantastic day. Come on down. Sunday, 3 o'clock kickoff for the main game. There's other games. You've got Junior Rugby League, got a Disability Rugby League. Tomorrow afternoon, we're going to be having, our preview for the charity match with Norman from Sportshed TV as he jumps on every year. But yeah, come on down. It's going to be a fantastic day. At the mighty Canberra Raiders, Viking Access, go Manly. Liam, just to reply what you said on TJC, and sorry, I don't think Manly is the top 8, but for sake, I hope they do. I think Manly do make the top 8. Yeah. My lot of predictions will come out the week before, 2 weeks in time. So stay tuned for that. I've got a question in from Jessica. Hello, Haynesy Legend. 2 questions. How many tries for you on the weekend? Look, I don't think I'll be scoring, but but in saying that, as KO Weeks makes a breakdown, he's on gone. There's support there for Ethan Strange, and he is going to sail away and score under the post for the opening try for the green machine, or the blue machine, you could say, because of their jerseys. But Anyway, the Raiders have scored to kick off proceedings tonight inside the first 10 minutes. As the update, yes, the scoreboard's working. I'm happy with that. But 4-0 to the Raiders. Just absolute. Look at that. Just a simple kick return. And KO Weeks just skips across field and runs like 60 meters and then just draws and passes Eastern Australian support and goes the length of the field. It's a nearly 100-meter expedition there from the Raiders. All off the back of KO Weeks, runs 65 of them to get them over the line. So it is 4-0. Kick the gun, be 6-0. To answer back to your question there, Jessica, hopefully I can score. I'll do my best. You know, if we're close to the line, I'm going to definitely do a barge over attempt. Don't you worry. But hopefully we can get it over the line. And your second question is, what's your go-to Selly? I'm not too sure what you mean by that. Please explain that one for me. Thank you. Oh, come on, man. It's just a team you see in round 3. So here we go. The banter. Haynesy, go to Magic Round in 2027 to watch Manly get. Celebration. Thank you. I'll get to that very shortly. I go to Magic Round in 2027 to watch Magic Round games. Also, I like going for New South Wales. But yeah, go Blues. See you at Magic Round. Celebration. Well, I got one in mind. Obviously, I play a lot of FIFA, FC 25 with the dog TJC Sport. Get around him. Make sure you subscribe to the legend. We play against each other a lot, and his iconic celebration is the gritty, which I'm not doing the gritty because everyone's using the gritty. But there's one installed called the dead fish, where if you play FC 25 or you've played FIFA, you know that celebration. Just look up dead fish FC 25, you know what I'm talking about. But that is what installed, you know, and to see me as a bigger fella doing that will actually yeah, I shouldn't be doing it because I'll probably cause an earthquake, but yeah. So that's my celebration of the dead fish if I do score. Keep an eye out for that. Haynesy, does our jerseys look like a Bulldogs jersey? From the behind, it does. Not from the front because you obviously got the gold and the green and that, but from behind, it looks like the Bulldogs are. Yeah, looking from that angle there, from the kickoff version, from afar, it looks like a Bulldogs away kit, a home kit. So. But obviously, it's a heritage retro kind of design, so I get why they've done it, but definitely a coincidence there. So as we get into the first 10 minutes of the game, 6-0 to Canberra. Right, we've gone through the questions so far. Let me get to the live. We've already gone through the live chat. It's now time to get to our first. I play GTA. I haven't played GTA in a while, actually. I actually enjoyed playing it. I'm just waiting for GTA 6 to come out, to be fair. All right, we're going to start a poll. This is obviously these two teams. Play each other again in 3 weeks' time in Vegas. So that's the question going to be for tonight. Who will win in Vegas? Raiders or Sharks? There we go. All yours, ladies and gentlemen. The live poll is up. Who will win in Vegas, Raiders or Sharks? That is completely up to you to decide who will win out of our viewers tonight. As a Shark, another error there from the Sharkies. Haven't really been good with the ball at the moment, but in saying that though, he got absolutely smashed for his troubles too. No need for that, but after the ball was played, but nothing wrong with it, to be fair. Raiders, hopefully. Where's my? Hang on. Oh. There we go. Same. Yeah. Oh. Try to Canberra. Sebastian Chris with the second try for the Raiders. They've started off really, really well. Looks like it was, it looked like a clean grab by the Sharks until it was knocked out of their hands. Great kick from Fogarty. And, just knocked it forward straight in the hands of Sebastian Chris. That's all okay unless there's no touch from the Raiders. Oh, doesn't look like it. Well, if it is a touch from the Canberra afterward, it's not gone first by the Sharks, then definitely that's for sure. Doesn't look like on that angle that there's a touch, but I think that's all okay. And Sebastian Chris has got a try from it. So it'll be 10-0. First to Mike, now the camera, you're up. Oh, I don't know. Just, you know what it's like when I get home rushing. Jessica says, last one, thoughts on the new roll ball rule? Keep up the good work, fella. Keep up the good work, fella. Really appreciate that. I said this last week. Like, I'm happy for it. Try to confirm, by the way. I'm happy for it. As long as they're consistent throughout the entire year. Like, yeah, it's good, because like it has to work, right? Like, it has to. The referees need to, nail it down because teams are going to exploit that. And they have before, where they've gone out and clubs have gone out and, just stood over the ball. And, the referees haven't seen it. But if they're really keeping a close eye on the play the ball, which it actually does need to be cleaned up, I'm all for it. But the only thing, though, is I want to see this throughout the whole 27 rounds. I want this out for the entire Jamal Fogarty hits the post. It remains 10-0. I want to see this getting basically officiated throughout the entire season, not just for 8 rounds. And then come, round 9, the NRL decides, no, we've had enough of that. We've had enough of this crackdown. We'll just let it continue on throughout the whole season and kind of thing. So, it's good that they're trying to crack it down because like teams like Penrith, like Melbourne, all the top teams, and I know the Roosters do it as well. Don't you worry, the Roosters do it as well. All the top teams do it. They try to exploit the play the ball by just stepping over it. There's no effort in rolling with your foot. And they're going to call it out if you don't play the ball correctly. Obviously you're not going to get every you're not going to get every play the ball right or wrong, but at the same time, want to see consistency from it. And consistency throughout the entire season, for the entire 27 rounds, Origin finals, grand finals. I want that policed throughout the whole season, not just for 8 rounds, not just in a preseason, So that's my point on it. 3-0. So, oh, good old Nilso. That was funny. That he got suspended actually. And the thing about the Mark Hughes Foundation is that they are the losers that they are. They got not losers as a team, but the coaching staff in the cast patrol, they're complete losers. They lose everything. You've got, 2 South supporters in the cast patrol, losers. Jimmy's the only one alive because he's not a South fan. But they're bottle jobs. They lost 2 charity matches in a row. Then they decided to go to the other side to the Mark Hughes Foundation. But they actually celebrated their own player in Nilso getting suspended from the charity match on Sunday. They were celebrating it. Not the fact that they've just lost their best player in the week of the charity match. They decided, oh, yeah, justice is served from last year. Mate, put that aside. Like, wait until, your team, you're supposed to be teammates. See? Well, imagine being Nilso that he, bleeds Mark Hughes Foundation, his own coach, laughing and celebrating the fact that he's not playing in it, not get to represent that charity. But that's all jokes aside. AJ, but yeah, really excited to see that Nilso's not playing because they literally last year, I was on the Mark Hughes team last year, and it literally was a 2-man team. It was basically give the ball to Rando, give the ball to Nilso. Now that Nilso's not playing, basically the traffic is going to go towards both Rando and Blake Austin. Now, via for our side, the Garden Academy, it's obviously going to go towards Mitchell Pearce and Todd Carney. And even in the charity match the year before, like Nilso, at the same time, was running at Jason David throughout the entire field. So, but in saying that though, Jason wants to be in the charity match. He's got, that's what it's going to expect. But at the same time, Nilso suspended, not good for the game. Think of the fans, but at the same time, the Gurdo Academy we are jumping in our, jumping inside. That he's not playing. We don't have to worry about getting tackled by Nilso or getting folded by Nilso. So there's probably going to be another one out there that's going to fold me like Fred. I love Fred, but he's got some size, man. Like if I run at Fred, and I've got size too, but I'm slow. So I'm basically just like a snail getting a big snail getting absolutely creamed by Fred, who's a peak athletic performer. Sharks nearly made a comeback even if they were down 10-0. Like, it doesn't matter, to be fair, what the score is. It's a preseason game. Obviously, you want to have your best hit out because these two teams are playing against each other in 2 weeks' time on Sunday. So you want to get the combinations right. They've also got the fields. They've basically got the field dimensions the same as Vegas, obviously, because the stadiums are smaller at Allegiant Stadium compared to here because of the NFL, dynamics and all that. So obviously shorter, the field dimensions, like from the try line, line's 100 meters, but it's more sideline to sideline instead of like 50 meters or something like that. It's like 45 to 47. So obviously they have those dimensions in play tonight to make it a little bit easier for themselves headed towards the finals up towards Vegas. Gutted can't make it down this year. Yeah, obviously you enjoyed your time there, AJ, but yeah, it is good. You still watch it on the live stream, mate. Still going to be a fantastic day. Also, I'm heading to the Roosters members event on Saturday, and AJ, I'll ask Victor Radley, did he get confirmed or denied? Did he get sent off as a league safe in the Nines Premier League? I'll see what his reaction is. Yeah, that's funny. 10-0 gone inside the first 20 minutes of this first preseason game for week 2. Obviously, all 8 games are on this weekend, or 8 except the Panthers. All 16 other teams are playing this weekend. We've also got the NRL All-Stars on Saturday. Might head out the CommBank there. Obviously, I'm down for the weekend, so might haven't been to an All-Stars game, so it might be a good opportunity to go with like Retro and Darlow and that and go to the game. I haven't been before, so that'll be exciting. Exciting weekend ahead. Obviously, got the Roosters members thing on Saturday. Then we've obviously got a preseason. We've got the captain's run for the charity match. Obviously, we get to see, the faces, new faces there, old faces, catching up with. Hopefully, don't know. Haven't really been said in the group chat if the likes of PC and Todd Carney and Guru and heading to the captain's run training session before the game. We'll see what happens. Then obviously Sunday we've got the big day. So, and it'll all be covered on the channel this next week, guys. And I'm just going to say got sent off. It'd be funny. Knock on by the Raiders. But yeah, so gonna be awesome weekend, and I will be vlogging it this week as well. So stay tuned next week sometime for the charity match weekend vlog. No, he just got told to leave the field. I'm going to definitely ask him that on Saturday. Good old Victor the Inflictor. Being naughty in the Nines Premier League. It was actually funny when he told me that. You're like dead set. You're like you're very angry. You're very angry. Yeah. Flaxy's at the Kings V36s in a Clippers jersey. My God, dude. Where's your Sydney Kings jersey, Flax, man? But how good having peak rugby league. Rugby league's back. It's officially back. We've got another knock on. Oh yeah, wouldn't be happy if I was Fitzy. Too many, handling errors there by the Sharks. The Raiders have capitalized with 2 good tries, so get ready for my sign in round 4 at Roosters Titans. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, looking forward to that. Friday, 6 o'clock at Allianz, when you've got the Titans who have no fans whatsoever apart from the Legion. There'll be like 20 away fans, and It's going to be a shit crowd. I can just imagine it already, because there's not going to be a lot of Roosters fans turning up to a 6 o'clock game on Friday, especially if we're like 0-3 to start the year or something like that. So, if we get anything over 15,000 for a 6 o'clock game, I'll be impressed. But come for that clown, Victor. Oh, here we go. Up the milk, says Leroy. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. As kick now down to Will Kennedy with the headband on. I was listening to the Tom and Helen Sport Potty today, and they were talking about the buzz cuts, not buzz, the bald players, like like Tommy Hazelton. I think because of the thumbnail. I think I can't remember who they were talking about. Was it Will Kennedy that he's got a buzz cut or he's bald? Speaking of Tommy Hazelton, there he is there. Big Tommy Hazelton. He's got the first try of the preseason. Stay out there as long as he can this one. Yeah, leave it. There he is. Big Tommy Hazelton. What a legend. Nico Hines puts a kick downfield from halfway. Finds the corner. Well, on the full anyway. And it is taken out by the Raiders. But yeah. Haynesy's main goal of the year is to reach 3,000 subscribers. Well, that's the plan. We're doing all right. Let's see how our sub count is. I think we've gained like nearly. There we go. 2,356. So we're getting there. We're 644 away or something like that from the goal. So obviously the season hasn't started yet, and once we get into our match day vlogs and all that kind of stuff, we've done well so far with the live streams. So I really appreciate your support. Kick into the corner. And goes touch and goal. I agree, AJ. Like, it's good to see that. I was glad, because I've been talking to players all the time. Like the last couple of years, I just want to see the Titans at Allianz, so you can experience Allianz for a Roosters game. And now we have. Now it's on a fucking Friday night, which is just 6 o'clock. Like, it would have been good, like a perfect Saturday 3 o'clock, or a Sunday 2 o'clock. Don't think it'll be prime time. No offense, because it's not going to draw a crowd against the Titans, but I'd say that against any team, to be fair, if we played at 6 o'clock on a Friday night. Like, if we played like Canberra, I don't think we get a decent crowd. If we played the Sharks at 6 o'clock, it's because it's 6 o'clock. I hate that time slot. Like, I just hate it in general. I'd rather Monday night football than 6 o'clock on a Friday. Or even just start or even a Sunday 6 o'clock during the year. Or even the only time the Sunday 6 o'clock should really count is that, tap back in. Nico is going to score. Probably going to be knocked forward first. It's been gone up with no try. But Nico, I don't think it's going to be a try by the way they're reacting. But you never know. Looks onside to me. I think. That's backwards. Change your time for Friday night football. Oh, Mr. The other one from Damo here. Do you have a favourite game for this year? I'll get to that very quickly. That looks backwards. That's backwards, man. That's backwards. Should be a try. He's facing. The ball literally goes towards Nico Hines, who's behind the play. That's backwards, man. It's backwards on that angle. That should be a try. Obviously, I don't have the audio, so I can't really hear what they're saying. But for me, that looks backwards. Yeah, backwards. And Nico scores. Common sense prevails. Well done, Jared Sutton in the bunker. Ashley Klein would have definitely called that a forward because it's Ashley Klein. But it's a try. Sharks are on the board. 10-4 kick to come. Nico scores. Monday Night Football. Yep. But so, I've got a couple from you here. We'll go one at a time. So, do you have a favourite game for this year? And Roosters is obviously going to be Anzac Day and the Souths game because they're the two draw class games. Really excited to go to Combank twice this year as well, and also my first time going overseas as well. My first international away game, round 3, which I'm also excited for. So there's a couple on my radar this year. Out of the 24 I'm going to, I'm trying to go to all games this year. So to be, going to my first international away day is going to be awesome as well. So yeah, I'd say those are my favorites this year. At least, AJ, that comment is absolutely stupid, right? Saying Roosters don't show up anyway when we have the best average in Sydney the last 3 years. Like, only to be rivaled by the Broncos and the Warriors the last 2 years. So I think that we're doing pretty well as a fan base, even though we don't have no fans. So anyway, change your time for Monday Night Football, 6 o'clock. If you do that, if you do Monday 6 o'clock, it's the same problem as the Friday 6 o'clock. It's the same problem. And because it's Monday, it's early in the week, you really want to, after a struggle on the Monday, you really want to go to a 6 o'clock game. Look, Monday Night Football worked like 7:30, like, because it was peak. Because it was, it was good to watch on a Monday night. But Thursday night's great though. Thursday night. Sorry about the voice crack, but Thursday nights were good though. There's nothing wrong with Thursday nights. Friday 6 o'clock. Oh, Tommy Hazelton just spills it. You got to admit that the Sharks have been really, really poor with their ball handling. The scoreboard hasn't updated whatsoever. It should be 10-6 because they converted 6 again for Canberra. But yeah, Monday 7:30 peak. I remember that, you reckon about a mental health round in the NRL? 100%. They need to do a mental health round. Like, we have so many awesome things in the community that we do each year. Obviously, Anzac Day, Indigenous round, Beanie for Brain Cancer round, Women in League round. All these are fantastic, causes to the community. But I think we do need a mental health round. We really do. Like, especially when, the amount of people that lose their lives due to mental health each day and each week is alarming. And obviously playing for a charity this weekend that covers mental health, it's a massive issue. And I do believe that it should be on the rugby league calendar when we get to celebrate all these other, significant milestones in the community. We do need something like this as well, because it is, no, he leaves it because he was offside. But it was knocked on by the Sharks. And it was kicked forward by Canberra, but one of the Canberra players were offside, so he had to let it go. I don't think if they'll allow the advantage to be played. Fogarty has had the ball in a string when he puts it up. Both wingers have really struggled in the limited time that they've had with the ball in that corner. And they put a kick up. But yeah, number 18 for Canberra. He knew it was offside, so he let it go. But it should be a scrum-based play for Canberra, which it is. Fogarty feeds the scrum. Out to the left they go. Sebastian Krish. Oh, wow. Two powerful run. But has Nico stole the ball there? No, referee just says Sebastian Krish plays the ball. Ethan Strange now, another try scorer. Palms off one, but couldn't get past the second. Mental health round for all sports. 100%. 100%. Like, the Premier League do like an LBGTQ round, which is good and all. But at the same time, and they have the remembrance round. Here's a cutout pass. Oh, he juggled it, but keeps it on. But Americans do that as well. But especially in Australia, when like the AFL do a pride round. We also do need a mental health round. Luke Brooks mid. Oh my God, just come out and I don't know if it's a friendly man. They hear the kick into the end goal. They're leading the race. You got to check and run, but I don't think there's anything illegal about it. It's knocked dead. it'll be a goal line dropout. But he was checkered, but I think it's a legal check, so we'll wait and see. But yeah, to answer your question, Damo, 100% we need a mental health round all over the world, because it's not just here; it's everywhere that's been affected by it. So, and clubs, and obviously when I watched the Premier League, I saw that even though they're not in it anymore, they're in the Championship, but like Norwich City, they did like a piece on mental health where, it was a very inspiring video actually, where it's a goal line dropout. Final call, they do the short dropout. It's knocked back by Canberra. They get 6 more tackles. But yeah, there was a guy that seemed upset and all that. When there's a guy, there was another and a younger gentleman who was upset and something like that. There was another guy who was really positive, really cheerful about the game, always asking questions, rah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And then the next scene, it was the guy that wasn't talking, walking up with a scarf and putting it on the seat of where the friend who was the talking one and always asking questions on how you're doing and all that kind of stuff. And he took his own life in the video. And basically the message was that you can't, it's really hard, it's not easy to see people who are struggling, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, so mental health is a massive thing, and here's a shift by Canberra. It's tackle 5. He's got nowhere to go. A hot skip at the jump. Back to Fogarty with his cutout pass. He cuts back inside. There's numbers there. Fogarty gets the ball back. It's still play on for Canberra. Another kick into the in goal. There's chases there. Goes dead. It was good passage of play, but he ends up killing it. But yeah, answer your question finally, we do need a mental health round everywhere. Men don't talk enough when it comes to mental health. 100%. Like I even, obviously it's all well documented what happened to me during the back end of last year with all the stuff and the punters and dribblers, and mental health is a very, and there was times there where I was, struggling myself, obviously, I was, okay because I had a good support group, got a good family, got, not good friends, who support me, and I was able to overcome that little bit of a struggle for about a month or two, and able to come out the other side of it. But obviously, I didn't want, it's true though. Like it's really, really hard to open up on it, especially to, it's another error by the Sharks. Fitzy will be pulling his hair while he's got left out. But anyway, yeah, like obviously we all have our struggles, but it ain't weak to speak, eh? It ain't weak to say you need help, because at the end of the day, if it was happening to my family or happening to my friends, I would rather them come to me to say I'm not okay instead of being there to celebrate their life, to make it easy, as simple as that. So men out there, just talk to someone, because, and especially, like speaking to Gus Wallen from the Gotcha of Life charity at the Manly game last year, and the way and obviously it was in the Matchday vlog, and how he said it, that like too many people are taking their own lives. They can't find a way out. Where there is a way out. In every situation, there's always going to be a way out. Support. There's always life in the end of the tunnel, and he said that perfectly, and that really opened it up to me. And I've had a friend, lose his, took his own life years and years ago. So I've been around it, and I understand how everyone feels. And now, and there was a time last year where I was a part of, I was suffering a little bit from it. So, but yeah. Is this Vegas? No, this is just the preseason games. But Vegas will be in 2 weeks' time from Sunday, and the Sharks and the Raiders will also be playing each other at the same time. In the same day, the Warriors will be playing the Panthers. So stick around for that. Manly and Roosters won Vegas last year. Yeah, they did. Manly beat the Rabbitohs, and the Roosters beat the Broncos. And interesting about that the two teams that lost in Vegas struggled that season. The Rabbitohs finished second last after losing in Vegas when they were tipped to have a good year. And they were tipped to win and win well against Manly. And then the Broncos, after losing the grand final, they were expected to do one better. They lost to the Roosters as the penalty to the Sharks for a dangerous tackle. And the Broncos lost in round 1 to the Roosters. And the Roosters made the top 4 that year. Manly made the 8, while the two teams that lost in Vegas finished 12th. Manly finished 12th. Broncos finished 12th. And Rabbitohs finished second last. So it is obviously that it is crucial games in Vegas. It doesn't seem like, it's a theatre, it's an event, all that kind of stuff, and it's trying to, promote the game and raise money, and earn money from it. At the same time, in the points of the NRL season, it's actually a big deal because it's competition points on the line. And, it's important to know that it is a massive deal. So that's why these two teams are playing full strength tonight, as it is an intercept attempt going down. It is 6 more tackles for the Sharks. But yeah, come Vegas is going to be awesome. I can actually look at the schedule because there's actually more than, because I don't know if it's on the same day as or is it throughout that entire weekend, because I do know that. I'm trying to remember now. Trying to. What? Because I know there's like a Gillaroos game against some team. Nico Hines, I think it is against England. I'm pretty sure, and then obviously Wigan play a team for the Super League as well. But I don't know what days they're on. I don't know if they're all playing on the 4 days or they're playing over 2 days. But because come Vegas, like the Sunday games over here, the Saturday nights, I don't know if they're going to have a Friday. And they obviously got NRL 9s there as well. So there's a lot in that weekend. So we'll try and cover the best we can. So the Sharks close to the line here. They haven't really had much ball. They've had that one lucky try, but, well, not really lucky, but the tap back for Nico Hines. Apart from that, they've, haven't really been able to hang on to the ball. Here's an opportunity, though, to, level the game up just short of halftime, 4 minutes out. Brilliant cutout pass to Nico Hines. Nico finds the right pass. The Sharks are in. We are level up. Samuel Stone Street scores. That was a really nice set play from the Sharks. Fitzy would be happy with that. They hold on to the ball and let Nico do his magic. He's only decent until he plays top teams. But anyway, good cutout pass there. Really nice control from the Sharks. Good set. Nico Hines, great cutout pass. Cuts out 2 defenders. Samuel Stone Street on the fly in the corner, 10-all. Should have been the Roosters and Souths last year. Do you think it was simple? You want to sell the game on America show the biggest rivalry? No. I was against that, and I'm still against that. No way that you should move your biggest rivalry out of the heartland. And I get your point where you want to, sell the game and have it with a really intense game between the Roosters and the Rabbitohs. But at the same time, fans like myself who couldn't go over there, and the diehard fans who are passionately Roosters fans, Souths fans who hates the Roosters or hates Souths, you take that away from it. The theatre of having Roosters Souths at Allianz, having Souths Roosters at a core, correct? That's part of the rivalry. It's part of the rivalry. You don't take it from you don't take it from the heartlands. You keep it where it is. Obviously, we had the code, and I experienced the Roosters Souths game up here, and it did not feel the same because good kick from Trindle, 12-10 to the Sharks. It didn't feel to me as a Roosters Souths game. It felt like a trial game because it was a Thursday night during COVID while there was 4,000 people in the stadium, and because it was in Brisbane, it did not feel like I didn't feel the rivalry that night. And it was the night where Joey Manu got his head taken off by Latrell. And I was up, and probably till then, that's when I really, let loose. But during that, it didn't feel like that. And then the next time I went to a Roosters Souths game was the opening at Allianz, and that felt right. Like it was the opening game of the new Allianz Stadium between the oldest and the biggest rivalry in the league, battling out over the new stadium. It was a sellout with 42,000 people there. And ever since then, the semi-final, I felt it. Round 3 in 2023 felt it. Round 27 at the core felt it. Last year, both games also felt it. You keep it where it is. You keep it in the heartlands of both Accor Stadium and Allianz Stadium. Don't move it anywhere else. But I do mean what you mean. Like, everyone's talking about, oh, how about having a rivalry round at Magic Round? No, because honestly, and I'm speaking this from a Roosters perspective, where I've been to every Magic Round, and I've sat in the Roosters bays all that time, that people aren't really engaged passionately about the footy on your particular team, like unlike myself and a few others that were there. It's there more about being a part of the festival vibe of the footy, not the passionate, diehard, sitting down actually intensely watching the game like you do for your team every week. So that was what I felt that's what I feel at Magic Round. So it's not as passionate as what you get from as a coat hanger. Was missed though, but you're obviously going to have people there who are passionately supporting your team, but it's more the carnival vibe of Magic Round, which is great and all. I love Magic Round, but when people go out and say, "Oh, let's have a rivalry round for Magic Round," no, it won't work. Won't feel the same as your normal club home and away round because of that carnival festival vibe of what Magic Round brings. This competition for the live stream views is ramping up. It's good though. It's good that more people are going out and doing watch-alongs. It's good. It's good. I love it. Obviously you've seen tonight, like Z-Tank's doing a live stream. You got the Dog. You got TJC Sport doing one. You obviously you got BKR Sport. Myself. When the NRL season kicks on again, you obviously have like Flaxy and Hectic Fred as a chip and chase is on. Oh, bad bounce for Samuel Stone. He gets it back in though, and it's gone all over the place. And it's a knock on, and that'll be half time. The Sharks lead 12-10. But yeah, it's good for the creators out there who do live streams. And obviously when the season starts again, obviously Flaxy's gone to Vegas, but when he comes back, he's going to do live streams. Fred does his live streams every game this year, he reckons. So yeah, Fred is awesome. Fred is a legend. Hectic Fred is an absolute legend. I love him to death. And that's why it's going to be even more awful to have to smash him on Sunday. But yeah, like it's good. It's good. And that's the thing. Like us creators, we ain't bitter on other creators. We all saw Winston do one last week. It's awesome. We're not bitter on other creators. We want us to succeed. We want other creators going out there, putting themselves out there for everyone to see. So, yeah, like it's great for everyone. Great for everyone involved. 12-10 halftime. But yeah, it's good to see everyone out there doing streams. And it is going to be competitive, and it's good though. But you're going to have your own set of viewers who will watch you more often than others. You're going to have Big AR who have their set viewers. Zeke Tank's got his own set viewers who tune in regularly. Myself, we've got our regulars in here tonight. TJC's got his regulars as well. So that's the way it works, and it's good. You're going to have your own little fan base, and you have obviously the ones who tune in for every now and again, which is great. It's great. I'll answer these questions for halftime. Could Sydney do a Magic Round? Nah, I reckon keep it in Brisbane. It's perfectly set up at Suncorp perfectly too. Like if you go to Suncorp for Magic Round, obviously everyone stays around. BSB put a -2.5 bet on a 2. Doing all right at the moment. But yeah, back to the Magic Round talk. You keep it at Suncorp. Even though I hate Suncorp, I hate Queensland, but they do it perfectly for Magic Round. They always do. Like it is that festival vibe. Like people who come up for the weekend. And that's obviously the best part about it, because I don't have to worry about airfares. I don't have to worry about hotels coming to Suncorp for the weekend for Magic Round. I just stay my own bed every night. And I'm only like half an hour away from Suncorp. So I just drive or catch the train. Don't have to worry about it. But in saying that though, like for people who come up here for Magic Round to, stay in the hotel close to the city, you walk down Caxton Street, you obviously have that central area there of the pubs and the clubs on Caxton Street. You got the Caxton Hotel, the Lord Alfred, many restaurants there. You have that, and then you walk down to the stadium. Yeah, it's the vibe of the thing. But yeah, obviously got the brewery on Milton Roadside. Yeah, so it's perfect spot for it. And the people get around it. I don't think the Sydney faithful would get around it as much as what the Queensland faithful do. And people will come up for it. I don't know if Queenslanders are going to come down for it. So, yeah. So I reckon keep it in Brisbane. Sunday week starts 11 a.m. live coverage from Vegas. There you go. Either watch you or Fred best streams. Yeah, Fred does a great job too, and does it on Kick, which he has a fan base to do it though. He has a fan base when he has over 100,000 followers on TikTok, where he can go onto Twitch, not really Twitch because they banned him from it, but he can go on Kick, which is a brand new streaming platform from the ground up, and actually get people watching it because he's actually allowed to, because they don't have any copyright laws, I think. So he can actually go out and live stream the game, have the broadcast with him. So that works for him, but he's fun and engaging for sure, 100%. Are you a Roosters fan? 100% I am. I go for the Roosters. If you check out my channel, I go to every Roosters home game. My match day vlogs. Yeah, diehard Roosters fan. Yeah, the logo does. It's a dead giveaway. It's in the tricolours. I gather around in the AFL. Yeah, it's basically a rip-off version of the of Magic Round. Doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel the same. There we go. Excuse me, long day. Canberra the Warriors, 4 p.m. AD, 6 o'clock, 1 p.m. There you go. Who you going for, guys? In tonight's game, don't really care. Vegas, don't really care either, but I've got two predictions this year. Whoever wins the win, I've got a prediction though. So whoever wins the preseason challenge will come 12th because it happened the last 2 years. Manly in 2023, they won the preseason challenge and they finished 12th that year. 2024, the Broncos won the preseason challenge and then they came 12th that year. So whoever wins the preseason challenge this year, they finished in 12th. Okay. To be fair, the NRL sold the idea from Magic Round for Magic Weekend. That's true. And the AFL sold the Magic Round idea from Gather Round for Gather Round. Yeah, that's pretty fair. Yeah, that makes sense. That, we got the idea off the Super League, but at the same time that the AFL did it because how successful the NRL got. It wasn't because the Super League was successful at it. It probably was. But at the same time, the AFL saw that for the first couple of years that they saw how popular the NRL Magic Round is, where you have all the locations at the same ground and how the vibe it was. But I don't know. I haven't been to an AFL gather round, but by having it at suburban grounds in Adelaide does not feel the same. Like it'd be like that if it's spread out, wouldn't feel the same. But the fact that all 8 games are in the same location for that weekend, and plus the women's origin as well, I think that makes sense and why it's better than the gather round. Was it Anfield? I didn't even know that one at Anfield. Well, is there really any? Well, what would be the closest team to like in Merseyside? What, St Helens or Wigan? They're out that way. They're the northeast of England. I know they have it at St James. Yeah, St Helens. Yeah, I thought so because like James Graham's an Everton fan and he grew up around St Helens. So, but yeah, St Helens is about 50 minutes from the train at Liverpool Lime Street. There you go. But yeah, I know they have it at St James's Park and all that, which is good. Anyway, I'm gonna have a quick break over the halftime, be about 5-10 minutes or so. Thanks for tuning in to the stream, guys. I'll be right back after this. And yeah, be back after the halftime break. 12-10 to the Sharks. Be back, guys, in just a moment. All right. We're back for the second half. Thanks for tuning in, lads. Really appreciate your support as always. So stream, yep, we're good to go. Obviously, guys, teamed up again this year with TBC Live. Good take by Will Kennedy. They're running a tipping comp for creators. Obviously, still in the works of setting that up. But if you guys, I'll obviously have that on the socials. If you want to join that tipping comp, there's excellent prizes to be the winner of the tipping comp. So we'll set that up very, very shortly before the season starts. But yeah, make sure to download TBC Live today. More promotional details as the season begins. But great to have TBC Live back on board again in 2025. Jake says, haven't watched a Super League game in years. It's hard though. It's hard to watch a Super League when it's the time zones and all that. But I just feel like the Super League is a little bit more stop-started to on pace compared to the NRL. Like it's all right. Like that's just my feel. Like the grand finals and all that is really, really slow paced and all that. But obviously we got rugby league history who's he's based in the UK. He'll tell you different, but at the same time, that's my thoughts on it anyway. So 12-10 at halftime to the Sharks. Obviously we'll put the stream highlights up on TikTok as well immediately after the game if you want to go back and watch them. The significant moments of the game. Jamal Fogarty off. He's done what he really needed to do tonight. Obviously the next 40 minutes is crucial as that goes out in the full. And from the Canberra Raiders, the Sharks will get a full set starting from their own half, about halfway or so. But yeah, you'll obviously see players be taken off towards the back end of the game. They've done what they've needed to do. They've done their enough preparation. And now they are getting ready for their preparations over in Vegas when they head over there next week. So that's what you're going to see from these trials. You're not going to really see your big players play 80 minutes. See what they, play what they need to play. So Rex says, nice game. It's been good. It's been decent enough for a trial game. Here's Brayley screwed out dummy half. Good tackle. Adam Fanua Blake, I haven't really seen much of him. Again, not really needing to because it's a trial game. So make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Here's Fanua Blake now. Nico Hines, another cutout pass. We've seen this in the first half. Oh, and it's put down. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, the pass was on a pinpoint as well. And that should have been a straightforward try for the... Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, Stone Street. He scored one similar in the first half. Gets another chance, and it should have been a straightforward put down. But he drops it, and the Raiders off the hook. Can't believe it. There you go. Is that what? Because he did the same thing. Yeah, good. Now I know what to do. Thanks, Ados. Penalty to the Raiders too, by the way. Yeah, so make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Haynesy_IT. Check out the link for the charity match live streams and the tickets. Obviously, that's happening this Sunday, 3 o'clock in New South Wales time, 2 p.m. Queensland. The third annual Sportshed TV Rugby League charity match that I'm myself and your favorite content creators are playing in. It's going to be very, very exciting. 3 NRL players are going to be playing as well. Blake Austin for the Mark Hughes team. My team, the Go Academy, we're going to have both Mitchell Pearce and Todd Carney, the team I'm playing with. Obviously, Roosters legend, which I'm really excited for. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. What the hell? Why are you sending me that for the plaza? No penalty this time to the Sharks. Offside. Speaking of Nilso, what's new in the castle? They got followed by Andrew Johns, which is actually very, very awesome to see. Ballots for Bush Footy put it on their page as Fanua Blake scores. Fanua Blake scores in his first game for Cronulla. There you go. Adam Fanua Blake in his first unofficial game for the Cronulla Sharks has found the chalk. That is very, very soft. That's very, very soft. Just a turn under from McInnes. Oh, my days. That's very poor defense. Sticky would not be happy with that. But Fanua Blake would be. And Fitzy. And that's what you're going to expect from the Sharkies this year with Fanua Blake in their side. And so it's 16-10 to the Sharks. Surely halftime is done. Yeah. We are 6.5 minutes into the second half. But yes, back to the point from Battles for Bush Footy, put it on their Facebook page. Shocking crowd in Canberra tonight. One has to ask why this trial could be played in the bush. I have a point. It's a decent point. Like, I don't really understand why we need to be playing in these big stadiums this weekend for trial games. Like, what's tomorrow? What's the other games tomorrow? Cowboys and Dolphins are in Cairns, which is a good sign because the Cowboys never go up the North Queensland pass. It's now 18-10 to the Sharks, but yeah, Cowboys never go outside Townsville unless they barely do it. Once every couple of years, they take a trial game up north or to Mackay, so it's good to see they're doing that. Knights and Parramatta and Newcastle on a Friday night for a trial game. You're going to get no one going at all. That, you got grounds like Maitland, you've got grounds like, Singleton, Musselbrook, Scone, Aberdeen. That's all part of the Hunter. Like, that could be a great opportunity for Newcastle. Obviously, a good thing that South, even though it's not really that far, not bush footy, but South and the Roosters as well next week, they're taking the game to the Central Coast, which is great for the Central Coast fans. On Sunday, the Broncos are taking a game to Toowoomba. That's also a great touch. It's only 2 hours north from west from Brisbane, so it's not far for both teams because they're playing the Titans. And at the same time, you get to see footy out there as well. Where else are we going? Obviously, the Warriors are doing similar. They're taking the game to Hamilton as Stone Street takes a run down to the inside. But, I don't really understand why the Dogs, Tigers, that could have been at if that's a Belmore, sure. They played a doubleheader at Belmore last year. That's a knock on. Oh, they've scored again. Trindle scores, similar to how the Canberra Raiders, Sebastian Chris scored their second try. To knock on from the back. Trindle swoops in, picks it up and scores beneath the post. And it's starting to get away from the Raiders here, the Sharks. They're cruising the victory. They're onside. Trindle with a great chase. Good pressure from Ronaldo Mulatalo. It is knocked on by the Raiders. Trindle swoops it in, scores beneath the post. And the Sharks now have scored 22 unanswered to lead 22-10. It's just poor. There wasn't really that much pressure. It was only, Ronaldo Mulatalo didn't really make a jump at it, but he should have handled that. As Nico Hines, would say gets an early mark after 50 minutes. He's done what he's needed to do as he goes over to sign a young fan's goal of Nico Hines. Well, it's great to see. That's a nice moment. Even caught it on TV as well. That's awesome. yeah, it looks like he's done for the night. Nicho Hynes is taking autographs, taking photos. Good to see for the fans. But yeah, his service tonight no longer required. It's 50 minutes, scored a try. Guess you say it's a try assist, but a try assist and the kick that led to a try as well. He's had a good night. So 24-10 to the Sharks. So it's been a good performance from the Sharks. Sticky definitely would not be pleased with their performance at this stage. I know the Sharks, Fitzy would definitely be, definitely would be mentioning the handling errors early on, but they've really controlled this game as well. Brayley also gets an early mark. But also the NRL really need to consider this next year, the preseason. Just take it away from the main stadiums. Like, you got one grandstand open at Canberra. The whole, it's like watching an A-League game at the moment. Like when it was like that when I watched Sydney FC and Brisbane Roar. Like they had all the spectators, even though it was like 7,000 in the house. They all had the spectators on the broadcast side, and then the broadcast angle, if you're watching on TV, directly across it, the grandstand is there. There was no one in them. There was no one in the grandstand because they're all behind. But I know it's a trial game, doesn't mean nothing with crowd attendance and all that. But like that's a great opportunity to, take the games out to the rural areas and get them, Mudgee, Tamworth, all these teams. Oh, another mistake, another try from a mistake. Oh, it's getting bad to worse now. Another error from the Raiders, and it's a try to the Sharks. The center has scored. He's picked up on the loose ball, and oh my God, back-to-back tries. As I don't know what the read of that, but Nicho Hynes' groin is on ice. Might be precautionary, but that might get developed. As Jesse Raymond scores. Oh, it's a poor error from the Raiders. Knocks it out, goes backwards, picked up by the loose Jesse Raymond, and it's now back-to-back tries, 28 points unanswered from the Sharks. And you could say this game is all but over for the Sharkies. They bounced back from the draw. They're going to finish the preseason with 3 points. And obviously because of their draw, they won't win the preseason. But yeah, there you go. Fanua Blake off as well, looks like. Just they've done what they needed to do tonight. Get ready for a fantastic game in Vegas in a few weeks' time. As Trindle. Yep, over it goes. So now it's 30 unanswered, 30 points to 10, 28 minutes ago. Disappointing from the Raiders, though, leading into Vegas, that's for sure. Sharks look really good, though. They can fix their handling errors. I think that's something to be, easily fixed as the season progresses. But apart from that, they're looking good. Trials should always be at the small grounds, 100%. Like, look at tonight for a perfect example. Shark Park last week, they had no one there. I doubt there's going to be much people at McDonald Jones Stadium tomorrow night. But in saying that, though, I know there's going to be a lot of fans out there at Barlow Park in Cairns because when they ever see footy up there, it'll be the same thing on the Central Coast. We'll get a decent crowd because, obviously not a sellout, obviously, but they might get a decent enough crowd because they don't go up there. It doesn't seem like it, but it is a bit of a trek for, with families that drive an hour down the road to watch the team play in Sydney. So, great opportunity for them. Central Coast, same thing for Toowoomba. Same thing happening in New Zealand as well as the penalty for the Sharks. They're playing in Hamilton, which is a smaller venue, and it's not away from the main city of, where they're based in Auckland. So, perfect scenario there. Let me look at the preseason next week. I know the Roosters play on the Central Coast, but is there any other games taken away to the bush or something like that because they need to? I know the Charity Shield does every year, which is another good thing that Souths do, but trying to see where else people are based at next week. Next Friday, right? Manly played Penrith Then the Tigers play the Para at Leichhardt. Really? Why? Then, the Charity Shield's in Mudgee. Then a doubleheader on the Saturday at Redcliffe. Why? Like, don't the Dolphins have an affiliation with Rockhampton? I know they played there last week, but just take those games up there. Then Roosters, Newcastle, and Gosford. I mean, perfect. Perfect enough. And then the Storm play the Cowboys, which is in Casey Fields in Melbourne. I was a knock on. But they're playing at, they're playing at the ground where Melbourne Football Club are based. I know they played like a game in Geelong a few years ago, no, because the Roosters played there. But what about Ballarat? What about, what about, Jesus. Get your point, though. Well, I remember, this was nearly 10 years ago. Like, my dad's a Tigers fan, right? So we have family up the Sunshine Coast. We went up there for the weekend. The Storm played the Tigers in a trial game up there, and it was a sellout. Awesome. Like, when do you see Sunshine Coast get rugby league? No, the Storm should be doing that as well. Take it to the Sunshine Coast. Even the Dolphins do that. They take a home game, they do the doubleheader there in the Sunshine Coast. Like, instead of having it Redcliffe, we're going to see games there every week. So, yeah, it's all stupid. It makes no sense. Makes no sense seeing the Tigers play a trial game at Leichhardt. But they have double headers, so you're going to have Manly play someone else at Leichhardt. Just makes no sense. Do the Vegas teams play next week? No, they don't. Obviously, the Warriors played today. Penrith only played one game. What do they play? Oh, no, they play the week after. Sorry. Yeah, they do play two. But Penrith aren't going to play no one, so Manly should absolutely flog them. But yeah, so they Manly play Penrith and Tigers play Para. That's the Friday night next week. Then, yeah, good to see the Charity Shield and Mudgee, but take the game to Tamworth, to Dubbo and all these areas. Like, perfect opportunity to do it in trial games, because clubs, mate. I don't know. I might have to ask this question like Guru and all that over the weekend, but do clubs make money from ticket sales from the charity from the trial games like they do in the club rounds? I think that all goes to the NRL. So that's when the clubs go, no stuff, y'all. We'll just take it to the suburban grounds. Take it to, saying they don't get towns where they don't get rugby league often. Here's a chip and chase from Canberra. Sit up nicely. Goes dead in goal. And it'll be 20 minute restart for the Sharks. Well, Kennedy's still on the field, though. I don't know how much longer he'll last. So it was Trindle before they get taken off. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Hit the link in the description for if you want to, obviously the charity match happening this weekend, this Sunday, Ringrose Park, 3 o'clock kickoff. Link is in the description for tickets and to watch the live stream. The live poll is 50-50, so thank you everyone who has tuned into the poll as well. But yeah, both teams reckon it's going to be tight in Vegas. But a lot of people reckon the Raiders, a lot of people reckon the Sharks. This will be my only stream this week as well, because obviously the charity match is this weekend. I head down to the city tomorrow. So obviously I'm flying down Friday. Saturday, got a lot of things on. I might even go to the All-Stars game. So I might do a match day vlog there for you guys. We'll see. The next week we'll probably do all of them. Manly, yeah. Roosters. I'll definitely be doing the Roosters one against Newcastle. Actually, I don't know yet what I'm doing. I think next Sunday I'm doing a live stream with the United podcast boys. Good cutout pass knocked on by the Sharks. Might have been tackled without the ball or touched by the Shark. No, it's touched by the Sharks. And it'll be a changeover. But yeah, so obviously haven't finalised that yet, but they were planning on doing as a captain challenge goes around. But we are doing planning to do a watch along in the United bar. Obviously, Lincoln lives up here in Queensland, so we're obviously linked up here to see so we might be doing a live stream together next Sunday. If not, I'll do one anyway. Is the Roosters Brisbane in round 1 here to stay? I don't know, but we have 2 in a row. Don't know. Love to. Probably be, definitely a key fixture.
Check your phone. Wait for an email or code.
When did you say? 2. Hang on. Sorry guys, trying to sort out stuff as well. Hopefully. Keen for that round 1 game, don't you worry. Missed the Good Friday games against the Broncos from back in the day. Oh, they've always been good. They've always been good too. Like, especially the Suncorp games too. Like they've always been good. Let's move that up a little bit. Yeah, but they've always been good. So we'll wait and see anyway what they do with the draw each year. But all sorts and changes. Excuse me. As long as we play I'm just keen to play the Broncos at Allianz as well. We haven't, like, for being like me, right? So who lives in Brisbane, and most of the games that you've gone to in your life has been Broncos Roosters at Suncorp. And when the boys come up from Magic Round for the Broncos game a couple of years last year, like I remember Moss said it to me, like it was the most hostile crowd I've ever been to for an NRL game, and he supports like the A-League, so he goes to like the Sydney Derby and all that because he's a Sydney FC fan, and he goes to Melbourne away, and he knows how hostile it can get there. But he said it to me, it's one of the most hostile games I've been to, like, and it's like that with the Broncos crowd. So it'd be good because I haven't watched the Roosters Broncos game at Allianz yet, even at the old SFS, and didn't get a chance to watch them there. So it'd be great for me, so I can actually sit with the home fans and, don't have dagger eyes when I'm supporting my team. Probably still get them, to be fair, but anyway, not to the Broncos extent. So 21 minutes to go here. Not really much happening in the game at the moment because it's 30-10, but have been recorded to ensure blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that was really proud of me right now. Yeah. They're always like that sometimes, to be fair. I mean, all fan bases have that 1%. So, but the Broncos is probably like 95% of them because they're just so toxic at games. Like, yeah. Anyway, so 20 minutes to go. Really hasn't been. It's really been a slow 5:02 getaway. Oh dear. There we go. It's working now. I had like a 5:02 getaway. We're 3 likes away from 10 likes. That's for always our stream target. So please do hit that like button. We've got 13 in the chat right now. Great to have you here. But yeah, 20 minutes ago in this preseason game, it's been a good performance by the Sharks, to say the least. Not necessarily from the from the visitors, from the home side. And another penalty. Put the whistle away, dude. Too many penalties, bro. Too many penalties. Of course, Broncos fans suck. It's a bunch of crunk Queenslanders. Oh, don't I know, bro? Don't I know? So, obviously, like the likes of Ronaldo, Mulatalo, Will Kennedy, Nico Hines, and all that, they all have been given an early mark for Noah Blake, and they've done what they've needed to do tonight. And now they can bring on the reserves, finish out the game, and do what they've needed to do, prove themselves in the next 20 minutes or so that they can, push for us into the 24 squad that gets named every week and get a crack at first grade. That's not, there's always, and there's a knock on by the Sharks. And that's probably be another thing that Fitzy wants cleaned up come round one is the handling errors that we've seen quite frequent from the Sharks tonight. Both teams, to be fair. But that's what you get from these early games where you are going to get those. So I'll get some team stats up. Let's have a look at this. So 50-50 possession, completion rate about 78% to the Raiders, 77 for the Sharks. You probably want that up above 80 at least. But yeah, just looking at errors. Oh, you get bonus points too for tries and bloody offloads, which I don't think really who cares about that. Trying to find like discipline, negative play, 11 errors to 8. That tells a picture that they want cleaned up next in 2 weeks. The Sharks, actually Fitzy does, with 11, like 11 errors. Canberra, though, discipline has been poor. 7 penalties. They've conceded all up, which you don't want to see at all. If you're a Canberra fan, you lose. That probably tells you a picture that you're just giving him field position with. Here's a kick from the Raiders. And it's a knock on by Canberra. Be a changeover. But yeah. Anyway, 18 missed tackles to 17 as well. So look, there's a lot of ways to be fixed up for both teams tonight. Obviously, for the Sharks, handling errors, they've made 11 errors, 7-1 penalty count against Canberra, which does not help their cause either. They're just giving him too many field positions. So yeah, obviously a lot to fix up on come round one, but yeah, they're quite simple fixes, so you wouldn't read too much about it if you're both fans. So, but you'd be impressed for the Sharks though. They've had a great performance. Can be better, but they've done what they've needed to do. There's Trindle and Nico work well together. Noah Blake, he was damaging, scored that soft try, which you want to see from a Sharks perspective. So, all in all, I think it's been a good performance from the Sharks. Still 16 and a half minutes to go, so they want to close this out. And you got like Daniel Atkinson and the fellas there, and the young fellas there having a run. Obviously, the Newtown Jets, the Fafita side of the Cronulla Sharks, won the not state championship. They won the New South Wales Cup last year, so they've obviously got talent there. And obviously their junior pathways are always consistency, competitive. So they're gonna have some good players there coming through, and you'll see a lot of them last week. And you see, there again, as I say that, another error from the Raiders. They were. Obviously, you can't really judge two performances because there was two different kind of teams that played in the last 2 weeks. But from what they saw last week, it's very positive against the Penrith Juniors. But they come out and again, both teams were had stacked teams in the front in the starting lineup. It hasn't been good enough tonight against the same thing with the Raiders tonight against the Sharks. You rate Fitzy as a coach? 100% I do. Fitzy's a great coach. Like, can you tell? Oh, that's a flop every day of the week. Like, I always say that we won our 3 premierships on the back of Fitzy as defensive coach. He's such a defense ordinated coach. He's big on defense under the Robbo system. And Oh, beautiful. Oh, no. Another error from the Sharks. I reckon they bombed like 3 tries tonight just from the last pass. Just they're bombing the last pass. But yeah, Fitzy's a fantastic coach. Like, he's got the team now that they can get that, they're a real contender this year, the Sharks. And I think now that they've got past that little, curse or, collapse, choke, whatever you want to call it, when they play finals, that's just a tap on. That's going forward. It's becoming a drop-a-thon now. This is definitely peak Thursday night footy tonight, that's for sure. But yeah, look, Fitzy's a great coach. Fitzy's a great coach. He's got the team now that can match it now. They've had that monkey off the back where they beat a team in the finals. They got to a prelim final. They've improved the squad. It's just up to them now, up to the players to deliver come the business end of the season. I think the problem is, though, with Fitzy, though, that they've got to ground the team in a way. They've got to ground that team. I feel like they're peaking too early. Like, they can have this fantastic start of the season where they win like 9 out of 10 games or 8 out of 10 games. And then they have that little fall off. And then by the time finals comes around, teams like Penrith, teams like Melbourne, they're up here. They go from here, they slowly rise towards the premiership, while the Sharks start here and they get about here come finals while the teams are up here. And it's just, mismatch. They're just not able to get it done. So if they can just time their run perfectly, like they did in 16, where, they did have... In 16, though, it was about similar. That's where I have a salt, where they won like 16 games in a row, the Sharks. But then they lost like 4 or 5 losses in a trot or something like that. Then finished third. But they were able to regain their momentum in week 1 of the finals. So if they can just time their run perfectly, they are a dangerous side and they can win it on their day. And here's a chance for the Sharks as we're speaking about them. Seems like forever ago that Newtown was our feeder club. Yeah. Well, I still believe that Newtown, we should have taken over that Newtown area whenever they left the comp in the 90s. That should have been our area. Or if South took their area, if that was South Juniors out there, the Newtown, Petersham and all that, then we should have taken over Randwick. Should have taken over Coogee. Instead of being in the South comp. But they took both of us. They've got both areas. Now we've got left with 4 clubs. So, but yeah, I think we did win a New South Wales Cup with great crash over. That's a try. Big fella in the 20. He goes over and the Sharks now lead 34-10. Does a fitty bomb count in trials? I don't think so. There might be even the mercy rule. It's been good from the Sharks, though. They're young fellas also. Like I said earlier, they're stood up over these 2 trials. But to be fair, though, Jake, I'm actually glad that the Roosters got their own New South Wales Cup team. So we got the Roosters all across the board. With from SG Ball, Harold Matts, Flegg, New South Wales Cup, NRLW. We got the Roosters all across the board, which is great. Which is really, really great. Great to see for the game. And for our development, so 34-10, we've got 12 minutes to go. Thanks for tuning into the stream, guys. Really appreciate it. Tomorrow, we're going to have our Sportshed TV charity match preview out with Norman from Sportshed TV. That'll be out at 4 o'clock in Queensland. 4 o'clock Queensland, 5 o'clock New South Wales. Stay tuned for that. We're going to be covering all things about the charity match that's happening this Sunday. Link is in the description if you want to buy tickets, if you want to buy the live stream, see your favorite content creators and former NRL players do battle in raising much needed funds for charities in need, the Marquis Foundation and the Go Ahead Academy. I agree, better that way. Yeah, 100%. I agree. I love how we've got, Roosters across the board in all grades. We've got pathways now in the Central Coast, which has worked wonders. We've produced some great players there. Sandon Smith, Blake Steep. There's another one there. I think Ethan King, who debuted last year, Ethan Roberts as well. They're all from the Central Coast. So, got a great little pathway in the Central Coast coming through. And obviously got, Connor Watson, who's a Central Coast boy. Even in the Central Coast, in the NRLW, got, I think, Isabel Kelly's from the Central Coast. So, didn't know that Carney and Piers were such good friends still. Yeah, they've got a podcast together now. 6s and 7s. they started a little podcast together, which is great. I listened to it today at work, and yeah, it was great. Great listen. And and you can say what you like about Mitchell Pearce and Todd Cunny, with their off-field stuff that they did when they were playing, but at the same time, I've met both of them, and I remember when Todd Cunny did a coaching clinic up at up here in my local footy club, and how he speaks, and how he has some respect for the game, and and how he adapts to this kind of stuff. It's great. Now he's doing a podcast now with his mate Mitchell Pearce, who has a great mind, and they both do. They read the game well. Obviously they're halves, so you get that. But yeah, great podcast. They obviously still remain friends. I'm going to be playing alongside them on Sunday, which I obviously can't wait. Really super excited for that. Someone from Perth rings me midstream. You say fork off. No idea why someone rings me from Perth. What was it? 6:25. How's their telemarketer still alive in Perth at this time of the night? Penalty to Canberra. They're down 36-10 inside the last 10 minutes. Carney in 2010 doesn't get talked about it anymore. It always has been 09, Hayne in 09, and Barber in 2012. Especially when people go and saying that Jared Hayne was the best of all time. He had one good season at Parramatta in 2009. Yes, he had a great Origin series in 14, and we love what Jared Hayne did for the state. But didn't really do anything with Parramatta, did he? Went to the NFL, had a crack there. Good for him. Made a lot of money. Came back, played NRL for a bit. Then all the shit that went down, but we don't really need to talk about it, do we? Same thing with Ben Barber. 2012, arguably, I still think he had a better year at Cronulla in 16. He was a massive reason why they won the comp in 16. Didn't win it at the Dogs in 12. He had a great year, though. Great ball. Oh, good tackle. He's dropped it cold, too. But, yeah, Carney was a freak in 2010 as well. Oh, that's a big cut. That's a big cut. But, yeah, I still think... obviously, they were a great individual season as a fullback. But at the same time, I still think... I still have Jared Hayne and Ben Barber's seasons better than Todd Carney, but still, Todd Carney had a great year in 2010. First year of the new club wins a Dally M. Who can say that? So, see what happened here. Looks like a head clash. Oh, it's a love tap. It's a love kiss. It's a love tap, that one. Oh, that's brutal. I mean, it is Valentine's Day tomorrow. It's an early smooch. It's an early smooch for Valentine's Day. 47 votes. Thank you for everyone who's tuned into the votes. We are one mic away from the 10, and there we go. We got the 10. Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. But yeah, 51% reckon that Canberra are going to beat the Sharks. Do they play each other in Vegas? I'm checking that. I still don't even know who's playing in Vegas. I know that 4 teams are going, but I don't know. Oh, it's Canberra and the Warriors. Oh, my God. I thought they were playing each other in Vegas the whole time. No, I'm an idiot. But yeah. Yeah, it's always been like them too, because they had great seasons as well. But yeah, so Penrith play the Sharks. So the Sharks are playing Penrith. I reckon I've got the Sharks beating Penrith, though. The reason why I say that is because Penrith haven't had a... Oh, it's another error. I mean, if they drop the ball like that each... Well, it should have been a knock-on, but they got away with it. But if they do... They fix up their error count because they need a complete high to beat Penrith. Everyone knows that. So if they play, obviously full strength, they've had that. Penrith won't have any. Penrith's top 30 main squad, like Cleary, Yo, Edwards, Toto, you can name them all, haven't played in this preseason. Their first hit out will be Vegas because they pulled out of the Storm trial last week. So the Sharks have got the match fitness and they've got the so I reckon the Sharks are a good chance to beat the Panthers. And Panthers do normally lose round one, so keep an eye on that. Canberra and the Warriors will be an interesting game too. That will be interesting. There's a lot of things that Canberra need to work on. I'll probably have my best bet on the Warriors, but we won't see them till we play them. They play tomorrow. Oh, sorry. I think it's Saturday. Excuse me. When they play, Warriors play the Storm. But yeah, a lot of people, even after tonight's performance from the Raiders, they still have. And chat still reckon that Canberra are a better chance of winning in Vegas this year than the Sharks. Raiders look heaps better side this year. I mean, yeah, like it's hard to get a read on trials when they, your top 30 don't play the whole 80 minutes. But at the same time, a lot to work on. No, not the Falcon. Oh, no. Yeah, that's the Luke Brooks fan page. It has the blue tick. Oh, here's a chance for the Sharks to seal off a great performance. Did he get that down? Gone up as no try, but some effort. Was held up. Was driven over the sideline. Gets an arm free. It's probably just the grounding we need to look at here. Oh. From that angle, looks like there's separation. We need the other angle here. I don't know. Here we go. This is the angle. There's a ball keep on the ground. Oh. Hello. No try. Drops it. Good effort. That looked close. That looked like he was going to score that. No try in the end. Great offload from Talakai to set that up. My God, that was a great effort. 40 away from 2,400. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Another error from the Raiders. And even the Raiders' discipline and errors have been poor tonight, I think. Now, obviously, we've highlighted the Sharks, but yeah, it's been poor as well. Nice to know Canberra still suck. again, like it's very hard to get a read on a trial game, but from what we've seen tonight, hasn't compared to last week. Definitely to be there we go. Mitchy Pearce finally posted about the charity match. He's a scrum-based player from the Sharks, playing a game with my mate Todd Carney for some good causes. Should be fun. Fuck yeah! It doesn't feel real that I'm playing with Todd Carney and Mitchell Pearce this weekend. Norman spoke to me yesterday about Greg Inglis and Kennedy Sheridan down there for the day as well. Oh, beautiful ball. The steal of the night. He got the try this time. It's now 40 points to 10. 40 unanswered from the Sharks. Wow. This would... All right. I am actually speaking. Is Tyler on? Is TJC Sport live still? Yes, he is.
Back on. And he redeemed himself with a try. Number 21, our boy, the legend, the man who's never made a mistake in his life, Chris Vela.
Camera should move on from Ricky. Yeah, probably.
Vela with a try here. 40 points on the board. You don't think there's enough time for 50? Come on.
Well, a 50 bob, eh? It's 40. It's 40.
They can't move, assuming that if the Sharks get the kick, come on, man. Right.
Let's see if he's getting on.
Could the pitch chance that technically we can rule it?
Nah, Tigers ain't getting a spoon this year.
Raiders out of the
Oh, that's a shocker.
this early on.
Oh, that's a terrible miss. 40 to 18. 40 to 10.
Ridiculous thing to see.
Mr. Dog.
40 to 10 now, kick to come. Again, 32 games of the New South Wales Cup, 14 tries.
This World Cup, yeah.
Looks like he could be a player we see in the future. One of the things I love about the young boys is seeing the potential there before it's fully.
100%, Dog. I completely agree with you.
Of course, my boy. Of course.
Yes!
Very, very soon, AC. Salute, my boy.
Yes. The dog. The dog. All right. Thank you for tuning in, guys. We got 10 likes, over 500 viewers all up tonight. 2,360 subscribers. We are 2 minutes away from full time. Like I said, guys, this is the only stream for the weekend. As obviously we've got the Sportshed TV charity match this weekend, heading down to Sydney tomorrow. If any Roosters fans are in here, I'll see you guys in the Roosters Fan Day on Saturday before the Captain's Run training session of the charity match. Sunday, it is the big day, 3 o'clock kickoff at Ringrose Park, Wentworth Magpies. You ain't doing anything on Sunday. Come on down. You want to see your favourite content creators do battle. See me get smashed. I know a lot of people do. Come down and watch. 3 o'clock kickoff. $15. All proceeds go to charity. It's going to be a fantastic day. See your favorite content creators do battle. See your, former NRL players, Todd Carney, Mitchell Pearce, Blake Austin do battle as well. It's going to be a fantastic day. I can't wait to see you all out there. It's going to be fantastic. We are literally 72 hours out from the charity match. It's exciting stuff. It's great to be back doing it again. So link it in the description. You want some tickets. If you can't make it, that's completely understandable. There is a live stream available for $10 if you want to go out and watch, got 3-4 games of footy there. Just for $10. It's going to be a fantastic day. But yeah, like I said, all proceeds go to charity. It's a great cause for both Mark Hughes Foundation and the Going Academy. Great to see you out there. And it'd be great to see you buy the live stream and, watch a competitive game of rugby league, and you get to see, your favorite content creators who love the game so much, like myself, and play some footy. I still can't get over the fact that I'm playing alongside Todd Carney, Mitchell Pearce on Sunday. Who the hell would have thought 5 years ago that would have been happening? when I did my first vlog at the 2018 grand final. So who would have thought? Who would have thought? Not me. Enjoy the match, mate. Yeah, thanks, bro. I can't wait. It's going to be fantastic. There's a knock on. That will conclude the game tonight. Nope, last play. Just a scoop from dummy half. That's what you're going to see from Haynesy on Sunday. But there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for tonight's stream. Really thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Haynesy_T. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Like I said, massive weekend ahead for me. Well, obviously tomorrow we're going to have the charity match preview out at 5 o'clock. Then obviously have a full weekend vlog from the charity match next week some point. So stick around to the channel, and then we'll be back on the live streams next Friday night. So till then, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, goodbye for now. And make sure to hit the link, get the stream and the tickets. And thank you to our partners, TBC Live. Thanks, guys. Cheers.